was a close call. Martin House, Martin House, Martin House.
Start Raving!
You know what? Let's do this. Better. Stark Raving beer reviews. It's been in my fridge for a little bit. I just haven't gotten to it. Hakutaku. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. From Martin House Brewery. Alright, this is a new one that from their barrel aging brewing that they're doing all the time, which is awesome. Whiskey barrel aged Imperial Rice Stout. It's a rice stout. I'm looking forward to this. This is pretty cool. Hakutaku were wise beasts that resemble white oxen. They have 9 eyes, 6 horns, live in remote mountains of Japan, and are knowledgeable in all things. They are very rare, only manifesting during the reign of a wise and virtuous leader. So they haven't had one in a while, because most of the world's leaders out of their minds. I think we can all agree on that. This is pretty cool. So yet again, they brewed 90 barrels of the beer in 3 batches with 3 separate mashers, for a total of 9 mashes. Which means very little to me. I don't understand that. I know what a mash is. I guess it does make some sense to me. Alright, so basically this is a Japanese-inspired rice stout. They just added rice to it. A sake rice, number 9 to be exact. That is the name of the yeast that they did. Alright, let's drop these cans. Oh, I love these cans. Don't drop the box. Ooh, very cool. 2022. Alright. A 100% unblended, original gravity of 36.5, and IBU of 49. Okay. That's going to be a kick in the teeth. I'm okay with that, though. 12.5 on that. Rice stout aged in bourbon barrels inspired by the number 9. Aged 5 months in whiskey barrels, brewed on October 29th, 2021. I'm sure there's different dates on different cans later on, but these are my cans and this is my date. I love the art on these cans. They do not slack at all. There's your Hakutaku. That's pretty awesome. I love that. And you're at your temple. Now this is the reason I bought the box. I still have the other ones. I still have all those other boxes. Alright. Looking good. Here, we'll put that in the back. If he wants to stand. He doesn't want to stand. There we go, stand. Alright. Straight off the back, you can smell the bourbon flavors. You can smell them. They're very distinct. That's really all I'm smelling right now, though. Well, let's just get right into this. Let's do this pour. Oh, that is so dark. That is crazy dark. There's no head on this beer. That was either the perfect pour. Oh, man. Yeah, this can really does let it linger. heavy on the bourbon smell. This is one of the darkest beers I've ever seen. Man. And it's supposed to be a 12.5. I'm not even going to linger around. Let's just go deep. And it's definitely a stout. Ooh, my whole mouth is tingling. That bourbon flavoring is like soaking into my gums. But it's not overwhelming. It's lightly there, but you taste it. It's just another note. Really dark. Really dark. And rich, like, flavors and stuff in here. Oh, man. My eyes are tearing up over this. Really strong flavor. I think, oh. It's like warming my chest. Almost comes off like a kind of like a Maker's Mark type bourbon. Ooh. I'm not picking up on much of this. This is just really well crafted. Rice stout. I think they just brew a regular stout and throw some rice in. They changed the yeast to a sake yeast, and you can kind of tell if you ever drink sake, it has that very distinct kind of ringing flavor. It just kind of like echoes around in your mouth for a little bit. That may not make sense to anything, to anybody. Oh, man. Not bad. Pretty strong. I mean, really strong on these notes. That tasted like bourbon. Me personally, not big on whiskey, not big on bourbon, not big on liquor, really. If I'm going to be drinking something, I'm a Black Label guy. The White Walker, Johnny Walker, is terrible. I got that specifically because I wanted the bottle. I actually just started watching Game of Thrones last week, and I finished the first season, and I hate everybody. And I started the second season, and I hate everyone even more. And I understand that everyone is going to die, and I'm okay with that. Most of these people need to die. They are all terrible people. They are all terrible human beings, and they get what they deserve, which is basically instant death. But yeah, that White Walker was terrible. I hated it. Absolutely disgusting. It is the worst scotch I've ever had in my life. And I've drinking a lot of ridiculous things in my life, as you can tell. But this is not that bad. This is like more of like a Maker's Mark bourbony flavor. I haven't had a lot of Maker's Mark, but I know that it's good to me. I can't drink Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels tastes like hot garbage to me. I guess the more that is aired out, it's like it's really, it kind of has that bourbon flavor, with like a... I'm trying to think of like a really dark beer. Almost like an old Rasputin with a splash of bourbon and a splash of sake. I believe that may make sense to somebody. That got me. It's almost like fumes are coming off of this thing. With that bourbon aroma. It is so dark. It's like almost impossibly dark. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm kind of glad that they only make this. Like, I don't even know if they'll ever make it again, but like, I'm glad that it's kind of limited. Because, oh man, this is a killer. Yeah, it makes you sip it like you would like a scotch on the rocks. You sip. You don't really gulp. Oh, and it's all in my stash. Yeah, I'm bringing it back. See how far I can go before I lose my mind. I think it's not that bad. I'm starting to be able to grow facial hair. I'm 36. You'll be 37. I'm Mexican, so I have no hair anywhere. Whew! Kick in the mouth. Really strong flavors. Oh! I can't really find anything else to say about it. It's just really strong in the bourbon flavoring, and it's not too crazy. Okay, much better. Sneeze my guts out. Yeah. All right, much better. Sneezed like crazy. Once you start, you just can't stop until it's all done. You can't fight it. It just happens. I mean, sneezing is painful sometimes. And I'm pretty sure I blew my back out. Sneezing. I would sneeze so hard, popped every vertebrae in my back. And it was like one of those back pops where like you feel a buzz. Like you just pop it and you get that lightheaded feeling. It lasted like 3 minutes. I was just like, and then immediately it was just like, oh, I remember. I'm old and I'm feeling pain again. But for that couple of minutes, it was nice. It was really nice. But back to the brew before I get sidetracked again. It's been a couple minutes. Whew. Very bourbony on that smell. It smells like an old Rasputin. It tastes like a splash of Maker's Mark in an old Rasputin with some sake flavoring coming out to pop out, slap you in the face a little. Really strong on the flavor notes. This is not a fuck around and find out beer. I probably... Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in. I've been getting guff about my language, but, I don't do it often. I'm really digging it. It's very strong. It's an extremely strong beer. I'm a fan of darker beers. This is strong. It's not so much the alcohol content that will get you. It's that dark beer bitterness. It says 49 on the can. I don't believe that. I think it's a little higher. Like I said, it's pretty it's pretty damn strong. I feel like it's higher on that. It coats your entire mouth like a thick Guinness, like a Guinness Extra Stout. Whew. It still has a kick. It still kicks. I don't think that kick's gonna go anywhere. I'm not complaining about the kick. I'm just letting you know that it's gonna have a kick. Oh, it's me. It's allergy season. It's never not allergy season in Texas. My truck is black. The other day it was yellow from oak pollen. Yeah. It's the boy. You know what? I was shitting on it earlier a little about how strong and crazy this is. I guess you gotta let it breathe a lot longer than most. It evens out pretty decently. Maybe it needs to be a little warmer than what I had it at. Because my refrigerator is basically on the fritz, like, constantly. I had a thermometer in there and it was 25 the other day. In refrigerator. Refrigerator, not freezer. My freezer is, like, at 0. But, like, this probably came out at about 25 degrees. It's supposed to be set at 35 degrees, so, as you can tell, I'm kind of upset about my refrigerator not staying to temperature, but, you know, I don't know anything about refrigerators, except they're not supposed to be that cold. When you pull out ground beef that you were trying to thaw out, and it's still solid, and formed more ice on it, you ask questions. Oof. But I read, so, meh. Man, it's super strong. Not for the weak palated. And I guess that makes me a little bit on the weaker side. I mean, probably. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I've been able to eat, like, jalapenos and habaneros and a lot of these spicy chilies and peppers. But the second a bell pepper hits my plate, I'm out. I don't understand that. I'm kind of confused. Doesn't make any sense. Nobody I've told is like, they're like, that's not normal. It's like, yeah, I know, it's bell pepper. Bell pepper screws me so hard. But I can eat all the jalapenos and all the habaneros I want. Should probably see a real doctor. But anyway. Salud. Or, Kenpai. Ooh. Okay. That's an excellent finish. Maybe because it's been sitting for about 15 minutes. Ooh. I got a little more. Alright. Maybe this thing needs to sit like a Guinness. Probably. That would actually make a lot of sense. Maybe I took my entire approach to this beer different. from what I was supposed to. Which is possible. Maybe there's a special glass I have to have. No, I'm not going to get any special glasses. But, smells like a whiskey bourbon. Like a bourbon whiskey. I don't understand the difference between bourbon and whiskey. Other than the states that they're brewed in. I don't know where they got their whiskey barrels from. This one said it was aged in bourbon barrels inspired by the number 9. And I kind of get it. The number 9 is pretty cool. I mean, he was, however, eaten by the number 7. And 6 is terrified for his life. Which I totally understand. Cannibalism is not okay, guys. Unless you're trapped on a mountain. And you're a ski team. That's an old joke. Watch the movie Alive. And you'll totally get it. It's about cannibalism on top of a mountain. Based on a true story. But anyway. On to better things. Enjoy your summer, because it's here. At least in Texas it is. I'm planning a couple trips this summer. One to Tennessee. Kind of work related. Also kind of me related. And then I'm doing a Fort Worth trip. Martin House is definitely on that list. So, as always, drink responsibly. Remember, be cool. Be safer this time of year. Hydrate. Especially in this Texas heat. We're going to have a scorcher. But we're also getting like torrential rains. So, hopefully it evens out. The humidity is definitely not our friend. So be cool. It's clacky.